Good morning to everyone. Once again, welcome to Geography class. In this class, we are going to see the revision of the economics part. I request you please follow the revision part very seriously. Chapter number 1, the story of village Palampur. Today is 13 Feb 2021. In this revision part, we are going to see the notes of the chapter number 1 from economics section. First, introduction of the chapter. This is the story of the hypothetical village called Palampur. To incorporate some fundamental principle related to development, we will see some small scale activities just like milking, transport and other things we are going to see. Various resources are combined to produce the desired goods and services in the village, that also we are going to see. Next, moving towards the notes of this chapter. This chapter is divided into 11 parts. Basically, these are the non-farming activity in the dairy, small scale industries, that means the manufacturing work, then shopkeeping, then transport. These we will discuss. So first, Palampur's introduction, that is over. Then organization of production. Will the land sustain? How is the land distributed? Who will provide the labor, the capital needed in farming, surplus from the farm products, and non-farming activity at the last. Let's proceed. It means a hypothetical, that means the imaginary village. That the Palampur village is a hypothetical or an imaginary village. Farming is the main activity in the Palampur. Other activities are small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport and shopkeeping, etc. Palampur is well connected with the neighboring villages and town. Raiganj, a big village, is 3 km from Palampur. An all-weather road connected with the village of Raiganj, and further it is connected to the nearest town, that is the Shahpur. That means the all-weather road, that means the metal road we are talking about here. Next, the main kind of transport are available here. That means the different types of transport, just like we are having the bullock cart, then jeep, the trolleys, tractors and all. The village has about 450 families belonging to the different castes. SC, STs live in one corner of the village and electricity is available. It is having 2 primary school and 1 high school. It has 1 PHC, that means the primary health center, and 1 private dispensary also. That means the hospital. Altogether, if you will see about the Palampur is a fairly well developed village. So here school is available, healthcare facility is available, electricity is available, and all the transport and other things are available in the village, and village is connected with the other village and town. Next, we are going to see about the organization of production. So organization of production requires the 4 things which we are going to discuss soon. The aim of the production is to produce the goods and services that we want. There are 4 requirements of production of any goods or any service or commodity. So what are these? These are known as factors of production. So first requirement is land, right? That means the natural resources such as the water, forest and minerals are also necessary for it. Moving further, second requirement is the labor. First we have seen here land. The first requirement is land. The second one is the labor. So second one is labor, that the people who will do the work. Some activities require highly educated workers to perform necessary tasks. Other activities require workers who can do the manual work. Third, third requirement is the physical capital, that is the variety of input required at every stage during the production. So second is clear to you, and now third. Third means the capital we are requiring in that. So physical capital first. In that physical capital, various inputs required at various stage during the production. Then the fixed capital. In that fixed capital, we are having the machines, tools and building. What is working capital? Raw material and money in hand. In textbook also it is given very clearly. Next, fourth one. Fourth requirement is the human capital. We need knowledge and enterprise to be able to put together land, labor and physical capital and produce output either to be used ourselves or sell in the market. This is called as human capital. So the four requirement is clear to you: the land, labor, capital and human capital. In the capital we have divided physical capital into two, that the fixed one and working capital. Next, moving towards land is fixed. In the village Palampur, the land is fixed and the area cultivating is practically fixed since from 1960s, and there has been no expansion in the land under the cultivation. Some of the wasteland in the village has been converted to the cultivated land. There exists no further scope to increase the farm product or the production by bringing new land under cultivation, because the land is fixed, it cannot be increased. Is there any way to grow the more crops from the same land? So here there are the alternatives are there. First we are dividing into seasons, the Kharif crop, Rabi crop, and last one is the Z1. So there is a multi-purpose things which are going on related to the agriculture one we are going to see here. Apart from the land, the area is covered is also devoted to the sugarcane. So here we are talking about the cropping pattern of the village Palampur. With the well irrigation system, they are managing to grow the 3 different crops in a year. So multiple cropping as adopted by the farmers in Palampur. It is the most common way of increasing production on a given piece of land. The next, it's talking about the green revolution and modern farming methods, which are already explained in our regular class. So I'm not going to discuss them in detail. These notes please copy it down. Next, will the land sustain? The land should be judicially used. If, as we have seen in the green revolution, modern farming methods, and then it is going to be associated with the loss of the fertility due to overuse and the increased use of the chemical fertilizers, and continuous use and over exploitation has lowered the water table below the ground, and once it's going to be destroyed, so it's going to be very difficult to restore it. So take care of it, the environmental sustain land and ensure the future development. So here the question is, here will the land sustain? So if we are using in a proper, in a judicious way, so it's going to be remain constant and give good fertility. How is the land distributed? So here is the pattern. Already we have seen the land distribution pattern in Palampur. How many families are there? Then in this spelling, is the spelling mistake? Forgive for that. So in that, 150 families from the scheduled caste, 240 families from the small cultivators, that means the small farmers, and medium and large farmer, and few are having extended over the 10 hectares according to the land distribution, the family members. Who will provide the labor? So farming require a great deal of labor. In that, the small farmers managing with their family members only, the medium farmers with some hired labor, and the other farmers they are managing, and the wages, how they are paying and all, the slide is representing it. Next, moving further, the capital needed in farming. So what the capital needed? So modern farming method require a great deal of capital, because if we are using modern farming method, we require huge amount of capital. So most small farmers have to borrow the money from the large farmer, or from the money lenders, or from the landlord, or from the trader. At the rate of interest on a such informal loans is very high, so they have to give interest more. The next topic is about mostly loans are taken for buying seeds, fertilizers, pesticide, or etc. Medium and large farmers have their own saving from farming, so they are able to arrange for their capital. That gets loans from bank at the lower rate interest. Sale of surplus of farm product. So farmer retain a part of the wheat for their family consumption and sell the surplus of the wheat, whatever they are having. The small farmer like Savita, the story already narrated in the textbook and we discussed that, so that's why I'm not taking that story here, have very little surplus like wheat, because their total production is very less, and from this they have to retain a large part of their own family needs. It is a medium or a big farmer who supply wheat to the market, right, where the traders buy it and sell it to further to the shopkeeper in the town and the cities. Large farmers keep their income from the sale of the wheat as a working capital for farming in the next season. So by seeing all these points, we are understanding about the sale of surplus farm products. Moving further, once again we are recapitulating this. Who will provide labor? Then this small farmer. Why I am repeating this slide? Because in that slide it is clearly stated about that the farm sale surplus is very low, and if they don't have that much of production, so what they will do? So they will go in this laboring job. Just a medium or a large farmers hire the farm laborer, so they will become a landless farmer, farm laborer, and they will work on others agriculture farm, and then they are going to earn money, and then they will suffer from the seasonal unemployment. So this whole slide is representing who will provide the labor, how, from where the labor will come. So the small farmers and the landless farmers, they will become the labor, and they will provide the labor to the large or medium farmer. Next, moving to the last topic of this chapter, that's the non-farm activities. So we are having the 4 non-farm activities of Palampur. Just we are going to have a quick revision of that. First, dairy. So in the dairy is a common activity in many families of Palampur. People feed their buffaloes on the different kinds of grass, jawar and bajra. That means that we are taking cows and buffalo. The milk is going to be sold in Raiganj, the nearby village. Then the next one is about the traders of Shahpur town has set up the collection of cum chilling centers at Raiganj, from where the milk is transported to far away towns and cities. Just you are knowing about the Amul industry, it was started like this only. So dairy activity is the non-farming activity of the village Palampur and the main activity. So people used to herd the animals just like the cow, buffalo, goats and all, and they used to extract the milk. After that they used to sell into the particular village, and from their particular place the milk is sold into the different parts of the cities and town. So first one is the dairy that we had seen here. Next is the small scale manufacturing in Palampur. So here we are going to see less than 50 families are engaged in manufacturing. So the 50 Peoples belonging to the different families are engaged in manufacturing activities. So what they are manufacturing? They are the small scale things. They are just like gur or jaggery making or broom making or other things they are used to making. So manufacturing in Palampur involves a very simple production method and it is done on a small scale. The scale is not too much big, that's why it is stated here, the small scale manufacturing in Palampur. And manufacturing work is carried out mainly at the home or in the field with the help of the family members, or we can call them as a family labor. So by this point you can understand about the second non-farming activity of the village Palampur. Next, moving further to see the another one. The third point, the shopkeepers of the Palampur. So what? First we had seen the dairy, then after the small scale manufacturing part, third one is the shopkeepers of the Palampur. First point, the traders of Palampur are shopkeepers who buy various goods from the wholesale market in the cities and sell them in the village. So they used to bring from the wholesale market and after they used to sell in the village at the retail rate. So in that there is a wide range of the item they used to keep it there, just like rice, wheat, sugar, tea, oil, biscuits, soap, toothpaste, notebook, pen, pencil, or even clothes also. So the shopkeeper used to have this type of business in the village Palampur. They used to bring the various goods from wholesale market from the cities and then they used to sell in the own village. Next point is speaking that some people who have house close to the bus stand, they used to have some space to open small shop and sell the eatable. So the persons, those who are living nearby the areas of bus stand, then they are doing the work of selling the eatable thing, just like tea or snacks or like that. So this third point, the shopkeepers of the Palampur, is also over. Next we are going to see about the last point of the non-farming activity of the village Palampur. Transport, a fast developing sector. As we are talking about, the transport sector is coming under the service sector, is a fast developing sector. This is the fourth non-farming activity of the village Palampur. First point, there are a variety of vehicles on the road connecting to the Palampur to Raiganj, like rickshawalas, tongawalas, jeep, tractors, drivers and people driving the traditional bullock carts, and bogi are the people in the transport service. So here are the means of transportation from the village Palampur to the Raiganj and the other areas it stated here. Speaking that, what are the different means of transport they are using? Rickshaws, tongas, jeep, tractors and truck drivers. And the traditional, we are already knowing about the bullock carts and bogies. Then the peoples used to take the goods and services from one place to another, and they used to, in return they used to pay money to these people. The number of the people in transport sector has been grown over the last several years. So that's why the word is speaking for the fast. So fast developing sector, the transport sector is moving faster and giving boost to these. So all these the non-farming activities. Just I want to revise it. This dairy one related to transport, carrying milk from one place to another. Then the next small scale manufacturing part, again bringing the materials and doing the manufacturing work, it's again require the transportation part. The third part, for the shopkeepers also, again they require the transportation to bring the material from the wholesale market from the cities and again back selling to the villagers at the village. And the third part, transportation itself, is helping the peoples to bring the vehicles and different things to connect from one place to another and to boost their different activities. So here in this part we have finished the 4 non-farming activities of the village Palampur. Lastly, I want to tell to you, please do the revision part very seriously. Thanking to each and everyone. Jai Hind.